Good morning. It's Vape AM, Wednesday morning. Well, we found out that our Squonk bottles from Vandy Vape don't have just silicone in them. They have other added chemicals. So I went on the search for something else to fill my bottle on the go, and I found the Wotofo Squonk bottle refill. Check this thing out. The Easy Fill Squonk cap from Wotofo. So we're going to talk about this thing today. Come on back. Check it out. Good morning. It's Vape AM and it's Wednesday morning. We're gonna have a show about the Wotofo Easy Fill Squonk Cap. Yeah! Good morning. This is episode 169 or something of Vape AM. It's a lot. It's been almost 3 years, and we do this twice a week, Wednesdays and Saturdays. Hope all y'all are having a great day. How is everybody in the audience? Double D's, Michaela, Dude Mang, Jason, Weird, Will, Ed, Old Vape Guy. Hey, Gary. How are you doing? Jason, James, Rob, everyone. It's great to see everybody. Hope y'all are having a nice morning. I have a delicious caffeinated beverage. Today, we're going to take a look at these little guys. This is a little Squonk cap that you put over your bottle so that you can refill on the go into your Squonk bottle without having to take your whole bottle out of the actual thing. First of all, tell me how all of y'all are doing. Tell me what you're vaping on. Tell me how you're doing. Right now, as you can see, I'm vaping on this incredible caramel macchiato from Coffee Shop Blades, Vandy Vapes. This stuff is so absolutely amazing beyond belief. I'm going to be really sad when that bottle is gone. And it's almost gone. So that's going to be out of here. And I am drinking a delicious hot tea beverage, which has lots and lots and lots of caffeine and lots and lots and lots of cream in it. So there's the Jameson. There is Michaela Double D's, everybody. Killer Custard Strawberry here is what he's vaping on. There we go. I hope all y'all are having a great morning. I'm just sort of waking up here. Yeah, I was sort of bummed to find out that my Vandy Vape silicone is not actually full of silicone. It's full of added chemicals that make it leach ugly stuff when we vape. So I'm not really using that thing. And using this thing is a little bit less convenient, but it's still pretty cool. The basic procedure is all you do is, let's say you've got a Squonk. Here's my Aspire. And I wanted to remind you guys too, we're going to rebuild this B2K today. In a few minutes for the hangout after the show, we're going to rebuild it. If you're just tuning in, I'm Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters, and you've tuned into Vape AM, the live show in the morning. It's open every Wednesday and Saturday at 8 a.m. And we do reviews, tips, tricks. We help people quit smoking, interviews, and understand the technology of vaping. So thank you for tuning in. It's really nice to see you. So yeah, we're going to rebuild this B2K because Michaela got one, and that's really cool. So we're going to have a little group rebuild. This is the box for this guy. It has a UPS or UPC code. It comes in black and gunmetal and stainless steel, and I got gunmetal. This goes on a 60 ml bottle. I didn't see one that goes on a 120, but I would like that because one slight con is that it won't go on these bottles, only on these. Check that out. It's fairly simple. Look at this new bottle from Vandy Vapes. I love these new child-proof caps. They're so great. And the new tips are good too. You just screw that guy on there. And what you get is that. So let's zoom the focus in just a little tiny bit more so you can see it. Is that too much? Yes. Yeah, there. It's just a couple of silicone O-rings. There's one down there to seal your bottle. And this is a silicone seal going through there. And that's really it. And a little aluminum cap. This whole thing is made of aluminum, which makes it lightweight and very strong, which I really like. These actually only cost about $5. And there's a link in the description for one of these at Eciggity. They're only $5, so they're really cheap. There's no reason not to grab one if you're interested. But the way it works is you just take your Squonk bottle and squeeze it in. Now I need to remind you guys that it isn't just as simple as squeezing it in. That won't work. If you just take this and you screw this in and start squeezing, you're going to get a huge mess. You have to equalize the pressure and create some negative pressure. Let's move back a little bit. Let's move back a little bit, friends. So what you have to do here, quite simply, my friends. 1 second. Need 1 second. Because I've decided to adjust a light. Be more light. So what you do is, you put this on here, and then you turn it upside down. Squeeze the air from here into the bottle. Turn it backside up, and then start squeezing. If you don't do that, then squeezing into this will create a big negative air pressure, and when you pull it off, all of it will be siphoned out. If you don't know what siphoning is, Google it. But that's what you will be doing. And that's it. You may have to do that twice. So that's some caramel macchiato in there. I'm not using this thing, unfortunately, but I am using this one. And it works even easier on the Aspire, because on the Aspire, there's an air valve inside this thing. So in case, if you guys remember, I did a review of this. The Aspire has a little air valve in here, so when you press this down, the air comes out. So in this case, that won't help us though, because it's not going to actually depress the 510. So you still have to go here, squeeze the air out, come upside down, and you see there's air coming out of there, and then we start squeezing. You have to squeeze hard. This was so much better with the soft bottle from Vandy Vapes. So the truth is, the fact that it's using your plastic bottle makes it a little bit tougher, but these things are pretty good. And for $6, I just can't really knock this thing, honestly. It just seems like $6 is such a good price point to hit. So here's our B2K. If you guys don't know about the B2K, it's a killer single coil RDA. And we got a single coil in here. We're going to take this thing out and rebuild it, but here we go, we're squonking. So that's our Squonk refill on the go. This thing, the Wotofo one, I like it all right. Honestly, if you have an Aspire Squonker, you may as well just fill directly into the top. So let me just show you for Aspire, like I said, it doesn't work better than the Aspire Squonk fill. All you have to do is, you guys have seen my video, put that on there and squeeze. And you see there's an air valve there. There's air bubbles coming out. So it's filling up inside there. But for all other Squonkers, as long as you observe that little ritual of going upside down, you should be just fine. Looks good, it's lightweight, only costs $6. Definitely pick that up. So what do you guys think? What have you guys got? You guys have chimed in with a lot of options of the stuff that you guys have bought over the years. A lot of you guys have the Wotofo Squonker, this very one, and they do come in 120. And they're super cheap. Like I said, Eciggity's got them for $6. And that's great. So you guys chime in. Tell me what you think. Yum. Green Chronic has a question that I can't answer in a few words, but the answer is get a Q-tip and clean your 510. That's a quick one. He's having a problem with recognition on his on one of his mods. Whenever you put an atomizer on a mod, make sure that the surface of the 510 underneath is all clean and the atomizer is clean. It'll work. The most notoriously terrible mod for this in the world is the Wotofo. Anything from Wotofo, if you just look at it funny, the 510 stop reading. Totally annoying. An old vape Gary hacked the tube off his capo. Terrible idea, but whatever. I know there's like a trend where people want to pretend like somehow that bottle's worse than the Vandy Vape, but of course it's not true. Just an illusion. And the Vandy Vape bottles aren't silicone, so you're not doing any better there. There's like this hair splitting game with squonking where people want to pretend like, you know, this product is so hard to use and that one's so hard to use. They're all the same. They're all a messy pain in the ass and they sort of barely scrape by. So all this hair splitting about silicone bottles and stuff is just silly. And we found out that Vandy Vape lies through their fucking teeth to you. So how does everyone feel modifying your equipment so you can use poison bottles? How about that? That just drives me crazy. Those guys. And then, of course, all the vape reviewers, all they care about is clicks. Click, 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 click. Clickbait, click. You'll notice, guys, that we don't have crap that I don't care about or filler junk or just every single item on this channel. I don't buy everything. I don't review everything. I just don't feel the need. And a lot of this stuff is just total shit that you don't need. And when technological changes happen or interesting things happen, you know, I'm interested, but show me something interesting. I mean, all we found out this year is that silicone formulations are basically untrue and they need to reformulate them. And somebody made the Cali. That's the news. The last great RDA was the Goon 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Not the Goon 1.5. The Goon was an innovator. The Goon 1.5 was a little update, a good update. Everyone should get it, but not a revolution. So anyway, that annoys me just a little bit. But what else? The Squonk bottles from Aspire, don't use that little valve when you're filling in from the top unless you pull this thing out. So I hope I didn't say that. I hope I was clear that you have to pull this out and press on this to get that air valve to work. And it will, I just realized I may have said that in a kind of way that made it sound different. But that will only work if you pull the bottle out. So you can still use, obviously, the Vandy Vape, or I'm sorry, the Wotofo refill on this thing just fine. You can't use this on the bottom part, obviously, because it needs a needle nose. There isn't really too much to say about these things, honestly. For $6, why not get them? I mean, I'm sort of like not a waste your money type of guy, but $6, come on, that's pretty good. That's really good. Love it. Jameson says that Boxer Super Refill is made from medical grade clear silicone. That's cool. We need to get one and pinch it ourselves and find out. That needs to be tested. Because just saying so obviously means nothing, but I definitely want to test it. Someone who owns one of those, test it and let me know. Check out the video, which you've seen already, on silicone and how we pinch the stuff, and then compare it to that. Does anybody out there in the audience own one of those? I'm just curious about that. If you haven't seen the video, watch the last episode of Vaping. It's not a huge scandal or anything, but it turns out that silicone that they use for... Turns out you can do anything you want with silicone, including adding additives to it. And I got suspicious when I opened up my Vandy Vape 50 milliliter refill bottle, and it stank. And I'm telling you guys that anytime you smell something, smell is physical molecules breaking off of something and going into your nose. It's a physical piece of that thing. So when you go to the bathroom and you smell poop, well, that's actual poop molecules in your nose. Yes, it is. Sorry. And that's just something that we all tolerate because that's human bodies were evolved that way. But the same is true of the plastic stuff. When you smell that plastic smell, that was a sign to me. So I went investigating, and we found out what I found out in the video. You'll see. I don't have any other bottles to compare to. So someone send me bottles, and I'll do it. Or just for yourselves, you guys just check out the video that I did and watch the thing and check them out and see if it makes white. I noticed that the iJoy one created a little white thing. I'm using the plastic bottle in my capo right now. You'll notice, not the silicone one, because I noticed, like I said, the white one had it was really hard for the white one because such a small part of it is silicone. But I pinched it and I saw a little white. And the same is true, obviously, of the Vandy Vape, which we saw plenty of white on that one. I don't want to pinch this right now because it will just completely squeeze e-liquid out all over the desk, but if I did, that would be pretty funny, wouldn't it? If I just squeeze that. Hi. None of these guys have... I mean, the pumping system from Geek Vape seems like that could work pretty well. I don't have one of those, so that would be pretty cool if I did. Yeah, and Lost Vape and everybody else. So some of the plastic bottles are probably fine. I'm perfectly fine with the plastic bottles. And my guidance for you guys is just don't leave any e-liquid in a silicone bottle longer than 3 days. So don't use this unless you rinse it out every 3 days at the very least. And these two. So 3 days. There was some research done, and the current result is that in the first 3 days, there wasn't really any noticeable emissions out of the plastic, but after 3 days, there definitely were. So, 2 or 3 days, do that. Ford F-150 Angelo says it makes he'll never look at another smell the same again. Yeah, that's true. They are actual particles of things going in your nose. Your nose is the most amazing piece of technology on the planet, except for photosynthesis. But your nose Molecules touch it, and then you get a perception of what it's made of. That's what your nose is. It's telling you what it's made of. Everything smells different, which is so cool. Hey, Eugene DeVay. Shout out from South Africa. Nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. It's great to see you. So, let's build the B2K. I told you guys, where's Michaela? I want to do the B2K with her. And that's not it. Where is it? There's this. Here's the B2K. So Michaela got hers. As you know, we love the B2K. It's a Canadian atomizer. Don't need too much to build it. I have some coils here from our friend Jason Coil and Tin, which are right here. And these are great. They should come out to about 0.2 or 0.18, something like that each. Hello. Yeah, and in honor of Michaela getting her B2K, I'm going to build mine again. I've been enjoying this a lot, but it's getting a little ratty there, as you can see. The first thing I'm going to do, even though I don't, strictly speaking, have to do this, is I'm going to take off the beauty ring on the bottom. It makes it just a tiny bit easier. Hey, there's JT Munn. Hey, JT Munn, it's great to see you, man. Good morning, buddy. I'm going to take off the beauty ring here. Don't have to do that, but it makes it slightly easier to build on because of the way the Allen key sits in that bottom thing. All right, so take the top off. Put in my Allen key in the side here. And I'm loosening. Remember, when you're loosening your grub nuts and Allen keys and stuff, don't loosen them all the way. Loosen them almost all the way. That way they don't fall out. That's coming out, Old Faithful. Don't know what that was, but I think it was an old Wotofo coil. There we go. Looks like I got some discoloration on my gold-plated deck down there, don't I? It's interesting, isn't it? I wonder what that is. Just e-liquid, mostly. Sure as heck discolored it, though, didn't it? My little single coil, baby. That deck didn't age well, did it? That is just weird. That one just doesn't look that great. My my other one, I have two decks, and my other one is the standard deck from the B2K edition that I did the review of. There we go. Just getting those to be even. All you gotta do is set them down inside there. And as you can see, they're too tall. It's way too tall. So I'm gonna cut some off. But I stuck them down there first to make sure. I'm only cutting off about 1/2 centimeter. Don't cut off a lot at a time. Cut off a little at a time. Because you'd rather be a little too tall than a little too short. There's our coil. Just like any postless, it's just easy as crap. Postless equals easy. So there it is again. I'm just pushing it down in there, and it's still a little bit tall for me. Is it? I'll tell you what I'm going to do, actually. I'm going to loosen this one up over here just to make sure that I have completely loosened it. Yeah, I did. I'm looking at it again. It's down inside there. It's pretty good. I'm going to call that good. So I just tighten it. And that's how you build the B2K. No, seriously, that's it. Postless atomizers are the best. Between this and the Cali, I don't need anything else. I just use the Cali, honestly, almost all the time. This is great because it's smaller and has so many great little toys. But if you guys don't have a B2K, get one. There we go. And the air is going to go in and underneath that coil and up into your mouth. I could go a little lower on the deck if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Okay, so now all we have to do is cotton it. You guys know I use Texas Tough Quick Wicks Juicy Wicks. Oh my God, I just realized I owe someone a prize. Oh my God. Done it again. So this is a 3mm coil. I'm going to get on that as soon as I get off here. I said that last week and I just get busy. Need an assistant. Okay. Now we just stick this through here. Getting my tweezers. Remember, when you're doing wicking, you want to just fill the inside diameter. You notice that I'm pulling it back and forth and it's lumping on one side, but not really moving. There we go. And we take some cute Ginger embroidery scissors I have hidden over here. Hiding. And my method for the B2K is just to create a little swirl on one side. So I'll show you doing one side first. Start here. And then just swirl it down so that the ends land in that little reservoir right there. You want a little bit extending around the deck, just a little tiny bit, just to soak up extra wetness. You don't want lots of e-liquid. And you especially want to make sure you're not covering up those air holes if you can avoid it. That's that. Cut that one. A little long. Just roll that thing in there. And it's good. You notice that the coil, like the way the reservoirs in the bottom of this thing go, they go opposite of the direction of where your coils sit. So it's just all convenient. This is a rare, well-designed. It doesn't have a big reservoir. It has a large diameter deck, but it doesn't have a very deep one. But it's good enough. It's great. I love this thing so much. We are going to be vaping this morning coffee. Oh my God, this stuff is so good. So I'm taking the Wotofo drip thing off. Actually, first I'll put it back on the Aspire feed link. Oh, old vape guy Gary. Gosh darn it. It was you. I'm so sorry. I feel like such a jerk. I will totally take care of you. Just remind me. You don't have to remind me anymore. I'll remember, buddy. All I'm going to do is send your info over to Texas Tough. They're such nice people. They're great people. And we'll do another one next week on Saturday for fun. So excited for Michaela. Got her B2K. These things are great. Here comes some squish. Wonking. It's not level. Is why you see it acting all weird. Oh, look what we didn't do, guys. What did we not do? We didn't fire it. Every time. Every time I do that. It's pretty good. Gonna need a little bit of adjustment. Just running it through there. We got some good purple color on that. Got a couple of hot spots. I grab my tweezers and just squeeze till the hot spot goes away. There we go. Oh, I'm so sorry you guys weren't seeing these amazing glow shots. How lame is that? That's right, Michaela. I didn't pulse it. Okay, but no big deal. Look, we'll just throw another one on there. I have the other half of this Texas Tough curl right here. All I have to do is feed it through this burning hot coil. Lol. You guys, we are so funny. We almost did it yet again. I do this all the time. Gonna burn a little bit here because I just burnt that. Yep. Didn't quite get it. I have a lump in the end, so I just took it off. So our coil's firing evenly. That's a good thing. I have too much cotton on here, so I'm going to take a tiny, tiny bit off. Not much, though. Taking like that much off. We're putting it back in. You don't want to have too little cotton because it'll be slurpy, leaky. That's a universal thing. Yep, we're all good. We're looking good. We have good inside diameter. Go for the cut again. The cut. Any of you guys seen Saturday Night Live? Get called the cut. The cut. Because you'll learn that the bathroom is a beach. And the kitchen is a farm. Alright, so we take our tool. Take our tool. Get her back in there. Sorry, I was cutting that off camera. I wasn't looking at the screen. I couldn't see that I was robbing you. That's too long for me. What we're going to do is we're going to pull a little bit of that through, and then I'm going to cut the other end of it. But for now, I will just be... I'm also switching to my flat tool. The round pokey tool works better for me for RTAs, and the flat one works well for RDA. A bit of that off. Curl that in, just like the other one. I'm squeezing the bottom to get some juice up in here. Good. I want to make sure that the little hairs and things just aren't in the way. They make a mess. I'll make it dirty. I want to make sure they're tucked inside. And I'm just wicking the coil itself and then pulsing it to get it to draw some liquid up without burning. Oh, that smells amazing. Oh, that smells so amazing. There we go. We're all good. We're squonked. Oh, so exciting. Thank you so much. It wasn't even in view. That's awful. So I'm just pulsing it just slightly. Now we're squonked up. Doesn't have to be particularly pretty, although it is. Take our lid and put it back on. As you can see, I have the airflow ring installed on this thing that raises the cap up on the bottom, so I have less airflow coming through here. Love this thing. Yum! Yep, love postless decks. Love the B2K. Love it. So good. Hey, Josh Weiss, welcome to the show. It's great to see you. We're just here at the last of the hangout part. Today, I went over the Wotofo Squonk cap. Squonk refill cap. What's it called? The Wotofo Easy Fill Squonk cap. Sorry, I can't remember that. But they're only $6, so it's pretty good. In case you missed it, check out the replay. And then we built the B2K because Michaela got hers. It's pretty exciting. It's all good. Love the B2K. Switch to one of the other caps. Michaela, which edition did you get? Because I think I like the silver with this. I may switch to the white. Will that be as cool? White. That's pretty cool. I've got Ultim. Ultim is pretty cool. The stainless steel looks pretty darn good. It just slides so much. Thinking maybe Ultim. I like it, the Ultim. And for y'all's reference, I keep all my B2K and Cali parts in this little Tupperware thing. And that way I can just throw them all in the ultrasonic every once in a while all together. And there we go. And this drip tip is from Jeremy Fuchs. There's the purple one. They're great. Oh, Dude Bang, what kind of phone did you get? I love it. The Jameis wants to know too. You guys grab your coffee. He's going to tell us. S9, OnePlus, Google phone. Which one? So yummy. So Michaela, what do you think? Did you see how easy it is? Just snip, clonk, screw, wick. You're done. There's very little to even watch for, honestly. Shadows. Almost. Almost Moe's. Oh, and Ed just got a new iPhone. iPhone 8, is that what it is? That's so cool. i8? Is i8 a different phone? Is that like a OnePlus phone? Anyway, I'm excited. I love new phones. I love Apple. I love Android. I love Windows phones. I love them all, actually. Um, I'm a hardcore tech head from the old school days, and I've seen all this tech come and go. Just for you guys' reference, my first telecommunications device in my home was an acoustic coupler modem that you put a phone into. It was a box about this big, and it was beige, like a beige box. And you actually took a phone and stuck it in so that they had two rubber holes, and these rubber gaskets would hold the phone, and the sound it had a modem in it, and a modem is a modulator demodulator. What it does is it takes, no one uses these anymore except in your cable. It takes an analog signal and converts it to a digital signal by modulating the signal using compression and some other stuff. So anyway, my first one was an old 300 baud one, which is, you can type much faster than that. And it's just cool. So then I've seen everything come and go. So I get really excited about this tech stuff. And I have a really, really nice high-tech phone too. Mine's a Galaxy S9 Plus, and it's nice. And my girlfriend uses iPhones, and I just love tech. I want to know all about it. Dude, man, OnePlus 6. Oh, that's so exciting. I want to know all about it. You can tell me about it in Discord. If you guys haven't joined us in Discord, click on that Discord link in the description down there. I think most of you guys already follow us on there, but if you don't, then make sure that you do. I'm Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters, home of the only live vape show ever in the entire universe. Wednesdays, Saturdays, 8 o'clock. Plum OC, shouldn't have bought a clone. I'm just saying. I never buy clones anymore. I used to buy clones quite a bit. Never. They're just not worth the money. Total waste. Josh, you got scared when my phone fell. Actually, it's in the case and it was just fine, but that's a good point. Oh yeah, you're right. It was no big deal. It was it's on the deck we put on there, so it has grass and tile now, not hard tile, but rubber tile. So that's funny you said that. I didn't even sweat it, but it's because I knew what it was landing on. That's so funny. Oh, so it wasn't even, so Josh is saying Plum CO7 is not saying that it wasn't even just a bad clone. It just wasn't even the right kind of device at all. So, yeah, they screwed you. All right, well, it's about 25 after today. Just so you guys didn't know, Valentino Rossi got second or third position at MotoGP on Sunday, and that was really cool. I'm wearing my yellow Shimag, and I was wearing it Saturday too, just in honor of him. He's one of the greatest MotoGP riders of all time, motorcycle riders. And we've been going out riding on our bikes. Let me see if I can find a picture for you guys of our bikes and how nice it was. Let's see. Well, there we go. Sorry, OBS crashed there briefly. But what I was doing is I was showing you pictures of the bike. So here is my actual bike. And that is what it looks like. That is my girlfriend's bike. Sorry, that is Aileen's little amazing Honda Metro. Here is my new Honda Elite 80, which is so great. This picture doesn't really want to fit inside this bounding box, so I'll just do it that way. There's my new Honda Elite 80. I'm really excited about that. I absolutely adore that thing. And it's great. It's a little 80cc scooter. Hers is a 50. And we've been having a good time driving around. I've driven about 100 miles in the last 2 days in the scooter, which is pretty good. Actually, about 80, to be honest. But it's pretty fun. So I hope you guys are having a great one. I hope all of y'all have a great summer. Let's wrap this up here because I got to get out there and get to the shop and take that thing into the shop so it looks good. And it has a little bit of a rotational problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign out. I love all of you guys. This is Wednesday. It's Vape AM. Tune in on Saturday for another great episode, 8 o'clock in the morning, right here. Click the like and subscribe button. Grab your vape, and let's vape out, all of us. Join us on Discord, and I'm going to be on live Instagram in just a few minutes after I grab another cup of tea. We'll go out to the thing, and we'll just chat on the patio. Yum. Thank you.